everybody? Today we're going to be taking a look at Matchbox Moving Parts Mix 2 for 2025. They're very behind, so am I. But I just can't wait to get into the Toyota Century there. We're saving it for last, of course. We're going to start out here with the Range Rover Evoque, one of the world's most loved cars. No. I don't care for the Evoque in real life, and I have more Matchbox models of it than probably ones I've seen in real life. Especially convertibles. I saw a red one in the Outer Banks. But that's it. Never see the convertibles. Such a bizarre car, and of course the Murano cross cab exists too. And I would love Matchbox to put that one in the main in the moving parts line. That would be amazing. But yeah, you get good headlight details, nice grille detailing, Range Rover across the front there. I don't know why my focus is so terrible today. I love this green. This is definitely, I think, my favorite release thus far. Got the multi-spokes that are tinted. Taillights look good. Range Rover Evoque across the gate, the back gate. I mean, it's got like a trunk like a regular car. It's so weird. It's kind of... Opening doors. Pretty cool, pretty simple. Not much to say on that one because I've reviewed it like 7 different times and they never change it. Here we have the Fiat 500e. Love the 500e. The real car is pretty nice, but the Matchbox casting is gorgeous. This one is in a nice standard red. A regular iconic Fiat. Of course, the 500e's got like that little split on the headlight there. Pretty interesting look. 500 across the front there, and then you got your lower intake. Just a plain pastel red, which is usual for Fiats. 500e badging, nice taillights, and of course the opening lift gate, which isn't opening. There we go. Absolutely love it. Then we got the Opal Mocha. I love how this set specifically has got a wide range of market-specific vehicles. The Range Rover was specifically America, but I think they sold them in Europe. This one is specifically Europe, but they do sell them in America. This one's specifically Europe, and they don't sell them in America. The rest of these, like this, is going to be a majority of America and Japan. America only for the Maverick, and Canada. America and Canada. The Benz is sold everywhere. The GX is probably sold everywhere. Century's Japan only. So there's a decent mix here. They're not all American road vehicles, as Matchbox tends to go towards, which is why they want to do more cars like the Opal Mocha here. This one's got an opening hood, if it would open. Looks very good. Love the engine detail in there. And I like that the hood actually stays open. Nice grille detailing there. Headlights look good. You got your intakes and then your lower grille. Taillights look good. You got your reflectors. Your Opal Mocha badge on the back there, and the Opal badge is separate. Taillights look really good and crisp. You can see like the LED marks in them. And I love the blue. Will complement the green nicely from last year. Moving on to the Prius Prime, which the Prime might be only sold in America. I'm not sure how the Prius market does worldwide. I know it's sold pretty much everywhere, but the Prime is almost like a luxury trim, which stands out to Americans. But although I thought the Primes had dark wheels, which I think I went over this with the first release of it, but I thought the Primes had... Well, no, because the RAV4 Prime has chrome, like actual chrome wheel options, and the Sienna hybrids have the chrome wheels, so I guess you could have either or. Nice headlight details, that new Toyota front end styling, which works on some cars. Not other. The Prius and Camry look great. The RAV4 is the new RAV4 is going to be a great car, but I don't know if I care too much for the front end styling on that one, but maybe it'll grow on me. I love the rear of it. The rear of it is amazing. Same thing with the Prius. I love the rear of the Prius. But I like the front too. Love the Prime badge too. And then you got your black trim on the back there. Opening doors. Oh, that one didn't shut. No window tint though. Nice variety of colors here too. Here we have the Mercedes-Benz G580 with EQ technology, almost filling up the whole bottom of the packaging. Debuted, of course, last year in that like pewter gray, and now it's full flat black. Looks mean, like a G-Wagon should. This thing also weighs like a G-Wagon should. Love the grille detailing there. Yeah, I like that it's flat black, but then they did the chrome trim, or the painted trim on the grille. Nice headlights. They should do the 1980 edition. Strong like the 1980s, is that what it's called? Longest name for a special edition ever. But it's so cool. I want Matchbox to do it. They should totally do it. If they don't, I will. Stronger than the 1980s, isn't that what it was? This one's got opening doors, but I'm not going to be able to get it with my nails the way they are. But you get the picture. Great car. That thing is sized very nicely too. 3 new models in this mix. Starting out with the Ford Maverick in this pastel blue, which is very fitting because this is the color I drove one in. It actually drives very nice. I mean, it's a new car, so I didn't expect it to be terrible, but I also expected it to drive like a Ford, and it didn't. It's got the regenerative braking, which makes it a little weird sometimes. Kind of weird when you actually put your foot on the brakes. I think there's an option where you can just let off the gas and it brakes like a Tesla, which also helps with the regenerative braking. But of course, I don't mess around with customers' cars like that. But I had taken on a test drive, and I didn't hate it. It didn't feel like you're driving a truck. You know, it's Bronco based, so I've driven Broncos a few times, so it felt like a Bronco. Other than the hybrid technology, it's got a lot of road noise, probably because of its weight. I don't know. But got a Ford badge on the front there. Headlights look good. Grille detailing, of course, with the grainy details, so it's not terrible. Maverick on the back there. I like the white outline on it. Makes it stand out. Ford, and then taillights. And this one gets the drop-down tailgate, as well as the opening hood, just like the Ford Ranger does. And the hood actually stays up, unlike the Ford Ranger. Super cool. Next, one of my most desired cars this year from Matchbox, the 2024 Lexus GX. I love the new GX. I think it looks a little better than the Pathfinder, or the Pathfinder. The Land Cruiser. The Land Cruiser is pretty much a Pathfinder now. The North American ones, the Prados, as they're called elsewhere. But I think the Lexus is a lot better looking, and more of a value. Even though it's more money, I mean, you get a little more out of it than the Land Cruiser. The Land Cruiser's 80 grand or 60 grand for this tiny Forester-sized SUV without a third row. This one, particularly the Matchbox casting, is the Over Trail edition. So that's why they gave it the more off-road wheels, and it's got the fender flares that are black instead of color matched. And this color, I think, is only offered on the Over Trail edition, which is honestly the one to have. The regular ones look very weird with the massive wheel, because they have big wheels like this, the regular ones, or you can get offered big wheels like that, which the Over Trails don't, of course, and they look so much better without them. Love the new Lexus GX. Too bad it's not a V8. Speaking of V8s, the 2023 Toyota Century. yes, the Century is a V8 now. It was a V12 in its second generation, but when this gen came out in 2018, it switched to a hybrid V8 from the Lexus LS 430 or 460, or actually the Lexus 600H, but it's the same generation as the 430 or the 460. So it's the same powertrain as the LS 460H hybrid. Yeah, the Toyota Century, the Toyota's flagship car. Not sold anywhere but Japan, but of course they're exported everywhere. And when they hit 25 years old, they're exported to the US. I've seen one, and it is gorgeous. Of course, the taillights don't line up because of the trunk. But yeah, this one does get an opening trunk, so you can have your full mafia hiding bodies scenario. Oh my god, just the elegance of this car. I love that it gets a chrome base, so that way it gets the lower trim. Love how well that was done. Wheel flares are chrome as well. The window trim, the Century badge on the rear window there. I think it's got an 8 in it, doesn't it? Because the old ones used to have a 12. It was a C12 for the V12. C for Century V, and then the 12 for V12. I think they have an 8 now, but such an amazing car. And of course, the Matchbox one is pretty big. You see, it's a little longer than the Tomica. Actually, if I get it at the right angle, nose is down on the floor. It's longer than the Tomica. The Tomica's 170, so I'm gonna assume the Matchbox is probably like 168. It's not true 164 scale. These are both third generations, by the way. I see everybody comparing it to the Majorette, which is not right because the Majorette is a second gen, the V12 variant. But yeah, nice to have. First Century sold in US stores. The first Century model sold in a North American store, I should say. Retail store. Whoa, oh, you gotta be kidding me. That was just a Tomica chassis sitting on my desk with 2 headlights on it that are now long gone. So that's gonna be fun. I gotta go find that. Luckily, we're done here. Let's line these up. And there you have it, guys. That is mixing. Moving parts mix 2. We have a Tomica guy falling over in the back there to say hello. Probably the greatest mix of the year, specifically for these two. I mean, the one with the Pajero is pretty nice, but and I want the Pajero badly, but this is, I think, is the greatest mix of the year. So I'll see you all in the next one, everybody. Thank you all for watching. Take care. Bye for now.